Imperials versus Rebels, of course. And we're going to have Imperials go first, then the Rebels. I'm going to walk you through just to get an idea of how movement works, how combat works. So we're going to go through a couple of simulations where I'm going to be a little more in control of what you all are doing, but then I will kind of turn you loose for the next round, and we'll let you do a couple of activations of troops, however you would like to. I'll help you make decisions, and we'll get a little more into some more complicated actions, although it's not particularly complicated even then. There's 4 actions that you can do in the game. You can move, you can attack, you can dodge, or you can aim. This is an aim token, that's a dodge token. This sort of simulates that that's what they did on their turn since they've already activated. These are the 2 units of miniatures that still have not gone yet, so those we'll use for the simulation at first. And let's just jump in, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what these do when we get into the next round. Let's start with the Imperials. We're going to take a look at the Imperials Stormtrooper card, and I want to walk you through a few things on the card. So we're going to move it first, and the number of sort of red dashes here indicates the speed at which you would move. So this is a speed 2 template, so you're going to use that to move. And so let's go ahead and do that. You'll move based on the commander first. So the commander is always sort of the prettiest miniature in the unit. So you're going to take the template, set it down. You can kind of move it around and see where you want to go, but that's just the general sort of limitation of what you can do. When you are activating that particular unit is when you can measure to kind of see with this tool. So that's the only time you can do that. So like I can't come over here and see what he can do right now because he's already gone with this tool. But if I want to check if something's in range, I can do that at any time. And so the Stormtroopers, for example, have a range of 1 to 3 with their blasters. This symbol indicates that they roll white dice when they attack. So this is range 1, 2, 3. There are some weapons that are up to range 4, so I can extend this if I need to. But so right now, you have no restriction to see if you're in range of anything. You are not. So then you would be able to move. So you start by moving the commander. I should tell you that you want to ideally be in contact with sort of this barricade here, so that you have that cover. Cover is good defensively, and you're probably going to get attacked. So you can go ahead and move a miniature if you would like. Move the commander.
So do we have to move for each click, or can we move like anywhere?
So for the commander, just anywhere in that general area, in the range up to here, basically.
So if I moved him here, I can just kind of put him there.
Yeah, that's fine. Totally. Yep. And then to make it easy, then for unit cohesion, they just have to all be within range 1 of the commander. So you can kind of move them up, just kind of somewhere in that range band.
So we can just go up to here.
Yep.
So what happens if the commander dies?
It's more complicated than we're going to get to in the demo, but you can ask Alex or one of the other FFG guys, and they can walk you through it. Yep. So, like command passes, and there's a whole chain of that, but yeah, we won't get into that in the demo. So you've moved, and now you're going to go ahead and shoot. So we check to see what's in range to shoot at from the commander to the other commander, and lo and behold, there is one. And that looks like your only viable target because Luke's kind of hiding.
Pretty much it's one side moves and declares fire, and then we do the resolution, and the other side moves and declares fire.
So one side activates and the other side activates. Okay. You'll see, yeah, so once they shoot, we'll flip this over now, but after you're done attacking, those are your 2 actions for that unit. So on activation, each unit gets to do 2 actions. Because I'm simulating movement and shooting and just getting used to that, I'm choosing those actions for you this turn. But next turn, you can do any combination of the 4, and you can move twice. You cannot do any of the other actions twice.
Okay, so if I move twice, then I can't fire.
Right. All right, so you're shooting.
So
And
shooting at that.
yep. So they do have light cover. I believe that stormtroopers are shooting the white dice. I only have 3, so you'll have to re-roll a couple of them.
Okay, so it's one for each stormtrooper?
Yes,
then?
yeah,
Okay.
for each of the miniatures in the unit. Yes.
Okay, we always
Vader
measure-
has different attack value on like his lightsaber.
Oh, we always measure our distance from the command unit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So in this particular, this is actually a unit of 2 miniatures. This is the commander.
Okay.
So about the dice. This is a crit result. There's special effects that crit results could, like this can only be hit by crits. But also, if you roll crits, light cover doesn't help you. Doesn't benefit the person that has light cover. Hits, if you roll like 3 hits, one of them will be canceled by the light cover.
Okay.
Yep. And then surge. You check the surge chart if you roll it to see what the surge result is. You only have surge on attack. The rebels have surge on defense for the troopers. Yep.
So the first 3.
Yep. So a crit and 2 surges,
Okay, so that's a
and the
crit.
surges become hits basically.
Okay.
So, but roll 2 more. Yep.
So this counts 2 hits.
Yes.
All right, but Alright, so that was 2 hits. And
2
okay.
hits. Okay.
Just like stormtroopers.
Yep. So those are the end results, except we have light cover, so one of them gets removed. So we have hit crit. So now you're going to roll the same number of defense dice, and the rebels, I believe, roll white defense. So it's going to be that. So there. Yep. White. So roll 2 defense dice. So you defend 1, and one of them gets removed. Because 1 hit, they each have 1 hit point essentially, so or 1 wound that they can take. So 1 goes away. If you were attacking like Luke or Vader, Luke has 6 health. Vader has 8 wounds that he can take. So that would just be simulated by a wound token.
I would only roll 2 dice.
2 dice because 2 hits actually got through.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm rolling the defense of the.
You're defending against each attack that actually gets
roll
through.
for number of troopers. I roll for number of hits.
Yes. Exactly. Yep. All right. So, stormtroopers are done. We flipped the token over already. It is now the rebels' turn. This is the only set of miniatures that has yet to activate.
So did you resolve the hits first, or is that going to happen?
We did. Yeah, we did. We removed 1 miniature. So, evaded 1 and did not evade the other.
Yeah, I got a tweet on my phone. But thanks for buying the stuff.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Okay, thanks.
All right. So your speed is also 2. You do the commander first. Yep.
So can I just like move up
Yeah.
right
Exactly.
behind?
Yeah. That's fine. And then just anything within range 1 of him for unit cohesion when you move the rest.
So can the other guys move in front of him if they wanted to?
If they wanted to.
Okay.
Would that
And-
count as like light cover?
But you can also move in here, like anywhere in that
within
range.
this range.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Are there any negatives to being packed in? So like, are there blast weapons that you can take advantage of, or are there things that
Also outside of the demo.
So there could be.
You're killing me. You're killing me.
Well, in Star Wars, there probably are weapons like that.
Look, basically, I come from 40K where I play guard, where it's was all templates all the time until somebody decided to get rid of them. So
So the gentleman that's got the camera right here,
Yeah.
when he's not busy, that's the guy that will have the answer.
okay.
So my range.
Yep, your range is 1 to 3.
Okay.
That's this
That's
right.
right.
Well, so yeah, right there.
Here? Okay.
Yep, and you're going to be rolling black
Black
attack
dice.
dice.
Okay.
So you'll have 5 black attack dice. You can check from your commander to other commanders. So these 3 are all commanders of their units.
Right.
And
I
so you
wanna
have
shoot
any of them.
Vader.
Absolutely. that is a popular choice. So you'll get 5 dice total. First 3 are all hits, and then 2 more.
Wow, there's a beast.
4 hits. All right, so 4 hits. Vader does not have cover.
See, it says if you're defending, when you spend a dodge token, you gain a whatever that symbol is.
Right. So if you had a dodge token, you could deflect the shots back with your lightsaber.
That's the gun, right?
Yep. So Vader rolls red defense. You'll roll 4 because she got 4 hit results. So 2 defense and then 1 more. Vader's surge does not have one. So so then you dodge 2, so you take 2 wounds.
Out of how many?
He has 8 health.
Of course he does.
I'll tell you, that's the most damage I've seen done to Vader so far today.
I'm sure you tell everyone that.
He's coming.
Yep. He moves very slowly, but when he gets to you, it's not
You don't want
it's
it
not
to
happening.
have to
Yeah.
happen.
Yep. All right. So those are the activations. So this
Okay,
flips.
so that flips.
So we're at the end of this particular round. The last thing we do is we remove all green tokens that have not been used yet that turn. And now we remove the command tokens from each faction. Yep, perfect. Great. All right. And now, each of you is going to be, you've got a set of 2 command cards over there. There'll be more in the actual game. But you now have the ability to, you're each going to pick one of your command cards, place it face down, and then simultaneously reveal what you've decided on. The decision that you want to make is based on a couple of things. There's pips here at the top, 1 or 3. I think you've got 2 and 4. So the number of pips means the lower the number of pips, the player that plays the lower number of pips has priority that turn. And priority means you get to activate a unit first. You also get to set your command tokens before the other player does. So that's the activation first is really the main value of having priority. Because you're going to activate a unit first, a unit of miniatures, and then it's going to back if you had priority or vice versa. But you also have to choose based on the number of units that you can issue commands to. So ambush, for example, if they played ambush, then I'm going to set the tokens here, but if they played ambush, you could choose 1 unit and assign a command to it. So you would look at each token. So this is him. This is a support vehicle. These 2 are both just troop units. You can see the symbol next to their picture here of what they are. So in this particular case, 1 unit. So I'm going to assign Skywalker a command, and that means I now have control of when he can activate. The rest of these tokens all go into a random pile over on the side. So then when it's this player's turn, they can choose to either activate Skywalker or whatever is randomly on top. So in this case, they chose a trooper randomly from the top. You can choose either troop now, because that symbol means the same thing to activate. Then it goes back and forth until all of the activations have happened. So let's go through a couple of activations, but first, set 1 face down.
So is this like X-Wing, just going around?
There's similarities. All right, so we'll just set that face down.
Yeah.
All right, so set it face down. So you would take your command tokens, choose any 2 of your units, and assign commands to them. And then once she's done, you do the same.
So I just match up the icons if
Right.
I want to.
So that one is him.
Right.
Yep.
Like that?
And
Or
it goes
do I
face up. Yep, face up.
Okay.
Perfect. Yep. And that's the best decision with these, with only 2 to activate, because the other 2 are both the same. So when you reveal 1, you can choose each one. So you effectively have full control as well.
Did that on purpose.
All right. So then to you to assign commands.
No, we can do whichever one we want.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. squads.
Face up. Yep.
Do you want to do Vader or do you want to do a squad?
Let's do Vader.
That's that one. Yeah. Yep. Cool. And then that one goes there. Yep. Perfect. All right. So we go back to the rebels have won the priority. So you just set those aside. So rebels activate first.
Because of the 2 pips.
Yeah. Hit 2 pips. The fact that you have lower priority than lower number of pips, which means you have priority.
So if I want to activate, I have to activate these 2 first.
Or a random one from here.
Well, I'll just do a random one from here.
Right.
Because I know what it's going to be.
Yep.
Activate this. I want to
Okay.
attack Vader.
Okay, so here are your choices here.
Okay.
You can, of course, you can move.
Okay.
You can move twice. In fact, those can be your 2 actions. You have 2 actions though. So other actions you have available to you are aim.
Okay.
If you place an aim token next to your unit as your action, then if they then attack, you can spend it to re-roll 2 of your dice, up to 2 of your attack dice. You can dodge, which means when you're being attacked, as you're defending, roll a defense dice. If you roll surge results, then those become the same as evading the attack. So if you're planning on attack, then it's wise to aim and then attack.
I'd like to do that.
All right.
Okay.
So you've got your aim. You can attack. We already measured. All the options are still the same. So you would like to attack Vader?
Yeah.
All right. I think that's what I heard you say.
So roll 5.
Roll 5. Yep. So 2 hits and a crit so far. And so 2 hits, 2 crits. You can re-roll that one with your aim. 2 hits, 2 crits, and a surge. Vader's surge. No, sorry, that's not Vader.
Rebel
That's
troop.
Yep. Rebel troops are only
It's
defense.
defense.
Right. So 2 hits, 2 crits. Vader does not have cover, so Vader is defending against 4. So yeah, all right, then one more. So you defended against 3. The surge, he doesn't have any surge abilities, so
For defense,
1 goes
right?
through. Right.
Okay.
He doesn't have any at all.
Oh, okay.
So an additional, we'll just put that out there instead. So he has taken another damage. All right. So that is them completely done. It is now the Imperial's turn.
Alright.
One last question. Are they going to go pre-painted as well?
They are not.
What do you want to do? One Vader?
Do you want to put Vader in a little pepper? Or do you want to move him in?
If you move him in, he's going to get taken apart by their guns.
That's true.
So
He's moving very fast.
a standard. So in this case, if you wanted to activate Vader, you could move as one of your actions, which will get him probably around here.
Yeah.
And then your second action would be to dodge. And then if he gets shot at again, he can now deflect those shots.
So you want to do that?
Yeah. Let's move and dodge.
All right.
So what speed?
Moves at 1. So anywhere in that general vicinity. You want me to?
Yeah, let's. Yeah, just on the. Can we get him just to the other edge of that?
Yeah, just wherever he's stationed. Yeah, that's fine.
So he's going to dodge as a second.
Okay. All right. So that is his activation complete. It is back to the rebels.
All right. I'm going to choose randomly.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's them. So
Yeah, yeah,
this.
Okay.
And attack Vader.
Sure. So you definitely have range.
Oh, I'm going to aim and attack.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool. All right. And
Okay.
then they're.
You get 4 black because you've got 4 miniatures.
Yeah, 1 die.
Yep. Hit, surge. Yep.
And 1 more.
Yep.
Okay, so now since you have the
And then can I re-roll? The surge is only
Yes,
on
you-
defense,
Right.
right? So I'm
you
going to
can re-roll
re-roll.
the surge. 4 hits.
4 hits.
attack or something.
4 hits coming at Vader.
You want me to roll what your whiff? You don't understand the relationship with war games and
Now,
dice.
so defense is good. What you're really hoping for with Vader is surges.
See?
But one more.
Yeah.
All right. So you defend 1, so 3 go through.
I killed Darth Vader.
No, he's still alive.
You put this pressure on me.
Get this.
You don't understand my history of war games and dice.
Okay. So then it's the Imperials.
Alright, I say we bring in the bad boys.
All right. So these guys can go 3.
They're interesting. And I'm gonna move them for you just because they're fragile miniatures. But so they actually have a compulsory move when they activate. They must move 3.
Okay.
It does not count as one of their actions. But they are going so fast that they just have to keep going that fast.
So just to initially activate them, you have to move them 3.
Yep. And you want them. So there's a kind of lines here on the base so you can see.
Yeah.
So that's the firing arc.
Okay, yeah.
So you want to make sure that anything anything you want to shoot at is in that firing arc. And then the other miniature, since it's part of the same unit, just again goes within range of that. So like that's fine.
So that was just.
That's just it's compulsory move. Now you have 2 actions. So you could aim and shoot at something. So this will have light cover, but you can definitely shoot at it.
Yeah, but the other guys over there are in their line of sight better, I think. Right?
They may not be in range.
Nope, they're kind of
They're close enough that either one is fine. They're both going to have light cover.
Yeah. Whichever one. What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's pick up the closer one.
Closer ones?
Okay, so you aim and then attack.
Okay, so they roll what? They roll.
They have one of each. They have actually. So you've got 2 miniatures.
They have a red, a white, and a black.
Yep. And since you've got 2 of them, you get to roll times 2.
All right, you roll because you saw me last time.
All right, and you can re-roll 2 of those.
Okay. So which
You want to do the black and the red. Yeah, the white one is the worst on the sides. Yeah. Okay, and then the speeder bikes surge can be used on either. So 5 hits. And I'm sorry, which one was that? Okay, so 5 hits coming at this one. So one of them gets removed because of the cover. So 4 is what's being defended against. They're defending with white dice.
And I rolled.
You roll a total of 4 because they got 4 hits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the only stuff that's
Those are defense. So you got 2 results.
Oh, I rolled 3, so one more. So 2.
Right. So you're defending 2, so you lose 2 miniatures. These guys activated.
Yeah.
And that's their activation. And that is the end of the demonstration. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Almost got Vader.
Almost.
Almost.